It's time for Mount Vernon Lady Rams softball on WMIX, on your radio at AM 940 and online at mywithersradio.com. Lady Rams softball is presented by the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams, Banterra Bank. Banking with local style. The Mount Vernon Lady Rams on WMIX are also sponsored in part by Ford Square and King City Chrysler Center of Mount Vernon. You can count on us. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. J&H Repair. Second Chance Auto. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Alan Wiggers, your shelter insurance agent. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. All Stars in Stitches, Bean Insurance, Central Christian Church, CWI of Illinois, All-Star Flooring, Skelton's Furniture and more, and People's National Bank. And now, we join Chris Hugo and Jeff Crow from Mount Vernon Lady Rams Softball. The Skelton's Furniture pregame show starts now.
And good afternoon from Carbondale, Southern Illinois University. It's Charlotte West Stadium. The Mitch Parkinson Press Box. Chris Hugo here with you for Lady Rams Softball. It's the Carbondale 3A Regional Championship between the Mount Vernon Lady Rams, the 1 seed, and the Marion Wildcats, the 2 seed. So Mount Vernon Marion doing battle here tonight. This is your Skelton's Furniture pregame show. When they say Skelton's Furniture and more, they really mean more. Check them out for tools and hardware, plumbing and electrical supplies, and screws and nails by the pound. Skelton's Furniture and more, 801 Casey Avenue, where you'll find more than just a great deal. These teams met twice in the regular season, Mount Vernon sweeping them both in a doubleheader on Thursday, April the 28th. Lady Rams won the first game 2-0, winning the second game 13-4. If you're looking for Rams baseball, you'll have to flip over to our sister station, WILY 1210 AM, or you can catch it online at mywithersradio.com. Same place you'd go to listen to Lady Rams softball. We'll take a quick break here on your Skelton's Furniture and More pregame show. When we come back, we'll set the tone for this regional championship game between the Mount Vernon Lady Rams and Marion Wildcats. This is Lady Rams softball on WMIX.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Community First is more than a part of our name. It is a core belief of our bank. Our actions within the community include supporting the development of Jefferson County through loans to individuals, farmers, and businesses, purchasing local bonds for improvements to our schools and local infrastructure, and donations to community organizations and schools. We also volunteer our time to improve quality of life for all. I'm proud of what we do at Community First Bank and invite you to do business with someone who cares about the community you live in. Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, and Ida. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Rams letter jackets, All Stars and Stitches, Rams cheerleading jackets, All Stars and Stitches, Rams hoodies, All Stars and Stitches, Rams t-shirts, All Stars and Stitches, Rams car stickers, All Stars and Stitches, Rams yard signs, All Stars and Stitches, Rams apparel, All Stars and Stitches, anything Mount Vernon Rams, All Stars and Stitches.
Okay, I get it. I can get anything Mount Vernon Rams at All Stars and Stitches. But where in the world is All Stars and Stitches?
All Stars and Stitches. We're located in Benton, half a block from the Benton High School. Our phone number is 618-435-5555. Give us a call.
Who's there?
Your engine.
Oh.
If your engine knocks or the check engine light pops on, you need to get to J&H Repair. Foreign or domestic, J&H Repair speaks your vehicle's language. Wondering what the letters J&H stand for? That's easy. They stand for shocks, brakes, tune-ups, oil changes, or major engine repair. So see your specialist today at J&H Repair on Highway 15, just across from the Mount Vernon Outland Airport, or call 242-7961, 242-7961.
When you really think about it, your insurance agency is a lot like your mom or dad. They care for you, look after you, and clean up your messes. You can't choose your parents, but you can choose your insurance agency. So why not choose the professional agency whom you won't have to worry about being there for you whenever something goes wrong? Choose Bean Insurance at 1310 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Bean Insurance, the stress-free, worry-free place for your insurance.
Let's go back to the field, powered by Banterra Bank.
And welcome back to Lady Rams softball. It's your Skelton's Furniture and More pregame show. Skelton's Furniture and More is no average furniture store. They have great prices on diabetic socks, T-shirts up to size 6X, $5 lampshades, and a whole room of pre-owned furniture. Skelton's Furniture and More, 801 Casey Avenue, where you'll find more than just a great deal. We'll have your Central Christian Church starting lineups coming up here shortly as we get to know the Mount Vernon Lady Rams and the Marion Lady Wildcats. We'll do that when we come back on your Skelton's Furniture and More pregame show. We'll honor America from Charlotte West Stadium. This is Lady Rams softball on WMIX.
All-Star Flooring in Mount Vernon is your one-stop shop for all of your flooring needs. All-Star Flooring has the largest selections in hardwood, vinyl, laminate, tile, and carpet. You're sure to find exactly what you had in mind. Whether you want to do one room or the whole house, you're guaranteed professional installation and service with All-Star Flooring. Call Kevin today at 241-9478 or stop by and see him at 2601 Veterans Memorial Drive in Mount Vernon. When you think flooring, think All-Star Flooring.
Sometimes life goes by so quickly we don't stop and reflect on how important friendships are in our lives. At Community First Bank, we believe that creating relationships and friendships helps us in becoming the type of bank you need. Whether you're looking for personal banking needs for your farm operation, or to assist with your business need, Community First is ready to help you. Stop by and let us help you, just like friends do. Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Every day in business, we create waste. And the more productive we are, the more waste we create. CWI of Illinois offers one-stop shopping for all your waste removal requirements. They offer regular waste pickup, but their service goes far beyond just emptying your trash bins. They'll develop a waste removal program perfect for your business's needs and budget. Call CWI today at 866-309-1859. That's 866-309-1859. Let CWI make it easy for you.
Multiple showrooms with enormous selections await you at Skelton's Furniture and More, where you'll find a full line of living rooms, bedrooms, dinettes, pub sets, occasional tables, and accessories, all at incredible prices. Stop by Skelton's Furniture and More today for primitives and primitive furniture, giftware, tart candles, Memorial Day flowers, and of course they special order. Skelton's Furniture and More, right next to Mount Vernon High School at 801 Casey Avenue, where you'll find more than just a great deal.
This is your home for Rams Radio, WMIX.
And welcome back to Lady Rams Softball, your Skelton's Furniture and More pregame show. More about Skelton's Furniture and More coming up. But first, we need to get you your batting order for the Marion Lady Wildcats. Getting us started, leading it off for Marion will be Aaron Dodd, the second baseman. Batting second out in left field is Cassie Gribble. Lindsay Lennon, the shortstop, bats third. Taylor Booton bats cleanup. She is your first baseman. The catcher, Kara Van Horn, bats fifth. Montana Schaefer is your DP. She's getting the start, batting sixth. Batting seventh is your third baseman, Katie Comp. Sydney Paul is out in right field, batting eighth, and Jordan Schotten is your center fielder, batting ninth. Defensively for the Lady Rams, from left field to right field, it'll be Paige Clinton, Cheyenne Morgan, and Kelby Huava, while from third to first, it'll be Jacqueline Flood, Lexi Cremines, Emily Bora, and Haley Lockhart. Behind the plate is Elena Reeves, and out in the circle is your three-time South 7 Conference MVP, Kenzie Tate. So it'll be a lefty getting us started here. Those lineups brought to you by Central Christian Church, where incredible things are happening every Friday night and Sunday morning. Log on to their website at thenewscentral.com. Central Christian Church, loving God and loving people. And don't forget about your Memorial Day flowers at Skelton's Furniture and More, 801 Casey Avenue, where you'll find more than just a great deal. We're getting started. First pitch time will be just shy of 5 o'clock at about 4:57. And here it comes from Kenzie Tate. Curveball outside, won't get Aaron Dodd to go, and it'll be 1 ball and no strikes. Chris Hugo here with you on WMIX, online at mywithersradio.com. Jeff Crow has a call of Rams baseball against the Carbondale Terriers on the Big 12-10 WILY, also on mywithersradio.com. 1-0 gives way to 2-0 on the outside to the left-hander Aaron Dodd. She's your second baseman for the Terriers. Bora's going to play up. Lockhart will play back on the right side of the infield. The outfielders are all scooted in. They're playing a little shallow here as it's 2-1 now. As Dodd showed slap, swung and missed. It's 2 balls and a strike as Dodd gets us started. I'll give you some scoreboard updates throughout the night. They'll be increased in frequency with the amount of games going on, as this one looked to be a curveball on the outside corner to Dodd, and quickly the count is evened up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on, nobody out as Dodd gets us started here in this 3A regional championship game between the Marion Wildcats and the Mount Vernon Lady Rams. Winner goes to the Centralia sectional. Next one swung and a missed, and just like that, Kenzie Tate has her first strikeout of the day. We are through 2 at Marion. The Mount Vernon Rams have a 10-0 lead over the Carbondale Terriers. Centralia beat Marion today 7-4, and Benton leads Harrisburg after 4, 1-0. So the Rangers looking to take 2 from Harrisburg this year. A scoreboard update brought to you by Tony Wild as it's a ground ball by Gribble to short. Cremines fires the first in time. That'll be 2 away. So the 6-3 put out will put the second out on the board, and the Terriers will be up to, and for the Wildcats, it'll be up to Lindsay Lennon. Again, that scoreboard update brought to you by Tony Wilt. Is your local State Farm agent on 42nd Street in Mount Vernon, or you can visit him at TonyWilt.com. Walk in, call in, or click in like a good neighbor. State Farm is there. First pitch to Lennon, curveball inside, swung and a miss, and it's 0-1 to Lindsey Lennon. Two-sport athlete at Marion High School, also played basketball for Jeff Tarleton and the Lady Wildcats. Plenty of basketball players out here for the softball bunch, and Terry Walsh. Here comes the 0-1, curveball inside. It looked like it cut the plate. It did. It'll be no balls, 2 strikes to Lennon. Here with 2 outs and the bases empty at the top of the first. Glad to have you with us as we pass near the top of the hour. You'll have to flip over to 94.1 FM for your 94 News at 5 as the 0-2 cometh and the rise ball goeth high. So it'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lennon won't chase. We'll continue to do it here. Bases empty, 2 out, top of the first, no score yet. Lady Rams will hope to change that when we meet them in the bottom half of the first inning. 1-2 the count, 2 gone. Here it comes. Drop ball low that time. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Trying to get you an update, perhaps, for that A.J. Robinson game. A.J. was leading, I believe, 8-4 going into the bottom half of the 7th inning there at Harrisburg. 2-2 coming to Lennon. There it is. Curveball inside. Brushes her off a little bit, and the count becomes full. So a full count to Lennon, her third-place hitter here for the Marion Wildcats, with Taylor Booten on deck. We'll see Taylor Fletcher in the bottom half of the first inning. She'll take the circle for the Wildcats. Full count coming. It's fouled back, and we'll do it all over again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the first inning. Glad to have you with me here on WMIX. We'll identify ourselves shortly as we approach the top of the hour. Infield at normal depth, same as the outfield, not playing for a pull or a push here from the Marion shortstop. 3-2 pitch coming, and that is a ground ball sharply hit. It'll be off of the glove of Lexi Kermeen, so she took a wild hop and couldn't come up with it, and reaching on the error is Lindsey Lennon. We're at the top of the hour. We'll pause for station identification. This is Rams Radio.
You're listening to Lady Rams Softball on AM 940 WMIX, Mount Vernon, Carbondale, Cape Girardeau, and online at mywithersradio.com. A free service from Withers Broadcasting.
And Hinn steps in, the right-hander. First baseman Taylor Booten takes the curveball outside. It's going to be 1 ball, no strikes. The runner on first reached via the error. It's Lindsey Lennon with 2 outs here, top of the first. IHSA Class 3A Regional Championship. Lady Rams and Lady Wildcats as Booten turns on one, tries to send it past the left field wall, but it actually goes just past the Mount Vernon bullpen. And that'll be a long first strike. 1-1's the count. Glad to have you with us, courtesy of Banterra Bank, the official voice of the Lady Rams. They want you to lead off the summer with a Banterra Bank free checking account. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. 1-1 the count to Booten. And she'll take the drop ball inside. They won't throw behind the runner, Lennon on first. Instead, it'll be a 2-1 count. Runner on, 2 gone here, top of the first inning. Lady Rams trying to get out of it. Unfortunately, a bad hop taken on that ground ball to Kermeens. Couldn't come up with it. 2-1's the count. Here it comes. And that's going to be a curveball outside. She'll get the corner call that time, will Kenzie Tate. Looking for her second strikeout on the afternoon. The count's even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pretty liberal strike zone thus far. I just got done with Centralia and Marion over there at Marion. We had kind of a varied zone, postage stamp, and then would go to dinner plate. So 2-2's the count. Here, 2 gone. The runner on first. Here it comes. Drop ball that time. Won't get anything out of it. The throw to second is cut off by Lexi Kermeens. Not much behind it. And so this will be the second consecutive batter in which the count has been worked full. Last time it was Lindsey Lennon, causing Lexi Kermeens some fits at short. Tough hop. I don't know that anybody could have made that play. Lexi gave it her best, got her body in front of it, just couldn't come up with it. Full count. Here it comes with 2 gone. A runner on second. Softly hit 2, and a foul ball. It was softly hit to Haley Lockhart. She could have come up with it. Thankfully, it ended up being a good thing as it took the hop out in foul territory on the first base side. So full count. Lynn will return to second, and we will do it all over again here, top half of the first inning. We will keep you updated. It doesn't appear that the Rams and Terriers will be playing for much longer as they are through 2, and the Rams blanking the Terriers again, 10-0. That game is on our sister station, WILY. Full count coming. Here it is, and that's going to be popped up. Foul territory. Reeves, Lockhart give chase and almost collide at the fence of the Marion dugout, but it'll fall foul, and it'll be full count again. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Taylor Booten, first baseman for the Wildcats. Getting their record escaped me before the game. I forgot exactly where they finished the regular season. We'll try to get that for you before the end of the broadcast. Lady Rams, of course, finished the regular season 20-4. They're now 21-4, and of course they ran the table in the South 7. Full count with 2 gone. Runner on second, no score yet, and that's going to be a drop ball inside. So that'll be a walk. And it puts two aboard here. The runners are on first and second for Kara Van Horn, the catcher. And she'll come up 2 on, 2 out, top of the first. No score yet. Chris Hugo here with you on WMIX. Again, if you're tuned in for 94 News at 5, you'll have to flip over to 94.1 FM. Well, the news today is brought to you by Ford Square, People's National Bank, and the Mount Vernon Church of Christ. Here comes the first pitch. It's inside to brush Van Horn off the plate. It'll be 1-0 here to the Marion catcher. Schaefer on deck, Comp in the hole here for the Cats. Obviously, it'll be Clinton, Cremines, and Tate to lead us off in the bottom half of the inning, but we'll get to know them, courtesy of Central, a little bit later on. This time, it's a screwball across the plate, 1-1. So Tate comes back in the count to even things up here. It was an error that allowed Lindsey Lennon to get aboard. She's now on second. And it was a walk that allowed Booten to get aboard. First and second, 2 gone. The 1-1 inside. It'll be 2 balls and a strike. Lady Rams typically have struggled against Marion in games in which Taylor Fletcher has pitched. We understand she may have struggled a bit the other night against Carbondale, but we'll see how she comes out today. Curveball outside, but it gets Van Horn to swing. It'll be 2 balls, 2 strikes here. So 2-2's the count, 2 outs, 2 aboard here, top of the first. Wildcats looking to get out in front of Lady Rams here a little early. We'll have plenty of updates from over there at Marion. Jeff Crow bringing you that one. Swung on a miss. 2 strikeouts on the inning. 2 left aboard for the Wildcats. No score through a half. This is Lady Rams softball, presented by Banterra Bank.
When it comes to bone and joint care, only one name should come to mind. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Your fellowship-trained physician's first priority is specialized orthopedic care, ranging from total joint replacement and spine surgery to shoulder surgery and sports medicine. Our surgeons provide a wide range of specialized treatments that are unparalleled anywhere in Southern Illinois. Located on Veterans Memorial Drive in Mount Vernon and St. Mary's Good Samaritans in campus, the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Discover the difference.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is Mike Reese. Now back to Chris Hugo and Jeff Crow. It's the Rams on WMIX.
Thank you, Michael. We're back at SIU Carbondale. We head to the bottom of the first. Time to get to know the Mount Vernon Lady Rams. Paige Clinton in left field will lead us off. The future Bradley Brave, Lexi Cremines, bats second out at shortstop. The future UT Martin Skyhawk, Kenzie Tate, is batting the 3-hole. She's your pitcher today. Jacqueline Floods at the hot corner cleaning up. Batting 5th at first base is Haley Lockhart. Batting 6th, your catcher, Elena Reeves. Batting 7th is your designated player, Kylie Caskey, while Kelby Kuyava gets a start in right field, batting 8th. And batting 9th is your center fielder, Cheyenne Morgan. So it is Clinton, Cremines, Tate to get us started. We'll meet the defense for the Wildcats here. Gribble, Schott, and Paul in the outfield. Complin and Dodd Booten in the infield. Van Horn is your catcher, and Taylor Fletcher is your pitcher. First pitch of the bottom of the first inning. Misses low for a ball. So 1-0 to Paige Clinton. Those lineups, of course, courtesy of Central Christian Church, where you can discover the excitement at Central every Friday night and Sunday morning. Check out their webcasts online at thenewcentral.com. Central Christian Church, loving God and loving people. More low stuff from Fletcher this time. Misses low to Clinton. It'll be 2 balls and no strikes, with nobody on and nobody out as Paige gets us started here in the bottom half of the first inning. Marion stranded 2 in the top of the first, unable to push any runs across the plate. 2-0's coming. Looks like it's in the dirt again, 3-0. So 3 balls, no strikes as Clinton comes on. We had tri-players of the game last time for the Lady Rams. It was Kenzie Tate, in addition to Lexi Cremines and Cheyenne Morgan. And 3-0 hits the inside corner, 3 balls and a strike. Our player of the game each and every time out is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland, where great traditions aren't given, they are earned through hard work and commitment. That's just what they believe in. Community First Bank, with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC as Clinton corks one down the right field line, foul into the bullpen. And the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, with nobody on, nobody out. Cremines waiting patiently on deck. She had 3 RBIs last time out. Lady Rams beat Centralia 8-0. Marion got here with a 5-1 victory over Carbondale on Tuesday night. Full count offering here. It comes from Fletcher, and just underneath it is Clinton. Headed to left field. It'll fall for a base hit. Gribble nor Lennon could get there, so Paige Clinton leads off the inning with a base hit. That's the way to do it. So the Lady Rams have a runner aboard for the always dangerous Lexi Cremines with the always dangerous Kinsey Tate behind her. So Fletcher will back off of the rubber, very back of the circle, before she tiptoes back on. We'll see if she comes with on Lexi Cremines. She had a 2-run blast. Actually, no, it was a solo shot on Tuesday to actually become the go-ahead run. Drop ball in the dirt, and it's going to be 1-0 here to Lexi. Runner on first, nobody out. Glad to have you with us in the bottom half of the first inning. We'll keep you updated on that Rams game over there at the Crisp Sports Complex. If the Rams win, they'll play the Centralia Orphans tomorrow at 11. Here comes the 1-0, and Cremines gets a piece of it, pops it up right side. Booten comes away with it, fundamental two-hand grab, and there's your first out of the inning. So 1 on and 1 out now for Kinsey Tate.
Your Mr. number 1, Kinsey Tate.
See if she can help her own cause here with Jacqueline Flood on deck. We'll explain to you why the Lady Rams are on AM 940 and why the Rams are on Wiley in just a bit. It's a curveball outside from Fletcher to Tate. It's 1-0. We felt that a regional championship in this instance did take precedence over a regional semifinal, so we were able to go out and borrow one of our plenty of stations and find a significant home for the Mount Vernon Rams in their regional semifinal effort against Carbondale. 1-0's coming. It's the drop ball to Tate, 2-0. I cannot fathom whatsoever that Kinsey Tate's going to see much to hit. She picked up her 24th walk of the season on Tuesday night, a school record. Looking for number 25 here. 2-0 the count, 1 gone. Runner on first, bottom of the first. No score yet between the Lady Rams and Wildcats. Here comes the pitch on the way to Kinsey, and she will rake that into center. That's going to get down to the wall. Clinton's headed around third. She's being waved home. And the Lady Rams take a 1-0 lead on the RBI double by Kinsey Tate. So I'm not being able to fathom the fact that they pitched to her. That's why you don't. And the Lady Rams take a 1-0 lead as Clinton, on all the hustle, comes around to score from first base. So big blast there by Kinsey Tate. Didn't even get all of it. Got underneath it, but still sent it for a ride towards right center field and almost gave her mom's camera something to cry about. So 1-0 your score as Kinsey Tate helps out her own cause, and we'll see Courtney Scarborough on the courtesy run. And now an RBI chance, of course, for Jacqueline Flood, the junior. And the umpire is going to check on Miss Comp to make sure that she's okay or check out some equipment. Lady Rams in their orange tops tonight with black sleeves and, of course, black pants, while the Lady Wildcats are in their navy tops, white sleeves with goldenrod lettering. Coach Wall's going to come out and talk with the umpire. Just want to know what's going on. Now he'll go back to the dugout. An upset brewing in Saline County. We'll tell you more about the Benton Rangers and Harrisburg Bulldogs score coming up. And here comes the first pitch to Flood. She'll send one to Lennon. Scarborough's going to have to hold up at short. Flood looks like she beat it out. Now Scarborough heads to third. She's out by a mile. And that'll be a double play to end the inning. Lady Rams lead 1-0 after 1. This is Mount Vernon softball on WMIX.
As fuel prices continue to increase, the 2011 Ford Fusion has to be a top choice in the automobile market. Hi, Roy Schmidt at Ford Square. The 2011 Motor Trend Car of the Year, the 2011 Ford Fusion, will get gas mileage up to 40 miles per gallon with the Fusion Hybrid. And we have a great selection of the Ford Fusion right now at Ford Square, Mount Vernon. We have the base S Sedan, SE, SEL, and Fusion Hybrid in stock and ready for immediate delivery at Ford Square. Also, great incentives are available with $2,000 cash back or 1.9% APR for 60 months on Fusion. Come into Ford Square today and test drive the 2011 Ford Fusion. Great gas mileage, very affordable, and a great car to drive. The 2011 Ford Fusion at Ford Square, Mount Vernon, at 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, where the best never rest.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
Back to Lady Rams softball, powered by Banterra Bank.
And welcome back to Lady Rams softball. Here we are, regional championship game. Here from beautiful SIU Carbondale. Coming up in the top of the second, a 1-0 ball game. Lady Rams on top. It'll be Schaefer, Comp, and Paul to get us started for Marion. Kinsey Tate's first offering, a screwball inside. Schaefer swung and missed, and they'll be 0-1 here. Lady Rams softball is presented by Banterra Bank. Banterra's online banking is convenient, efficient, and best of all, safe. Our security is your best defense. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Member FDIC. Chopped ground ball is off the home plate. It'll be foul, first base side. It'll be 0-2 here to Montana Schaefer. So thus far, no runs on no hits for the Wildcats. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for the Lady Rams. So that's been the difference thus far. How that ended, it was a ground ball from Flood to the shortstop. She threw to first. Scarborough was nailed going down to third. And that was a double play that ended that threat in the first. So they will appeal to the first base umpire on the 0-2 pitch, thinking that Schaefer might have gone around. She kept her swing in check. So that did go high on the riser. It's 1-2. Very well scouted are the Lady Rams. So curveball outside this time to the right-handed Schaefer. Counts even at 2. We have plenty of scores to tell you about. Mike McManus out in the field keeping us updated from all around the state. 2-2's coming. It's going to be fouled back to the backstop. Count stays 2 balls, 2 strikes. So staying alive is the leadoff hitter, Montana Schaefer. 1-0. Lady Rams jumped out in front of the Cats in the bottom half of the first, courtesy of the RBI double by Kinsey Tate. So she helped out her own cause. 2 strikeouts of the day, looking for number 3 here on the 2-2. Here comes the curveball. Got her that time. Actually more of a screwball, and that'll be her 3rd strikeout today. So 3rd of the frontwards variety. Hasn't gotten anybody looking yet, but that could change with Katie Kump coming up. I told you about an upset in Saline County. Well, not anymore. We'll tell you more about that. Here it comes to Katie Kump on the inside corner for strike 1. Benton was leading Harrisburg after 4. Now it's tied after 5, 1-1. Of course, Centralia beat Marion in baseball today, 7-4. Mount Vernon leads Carbondale through 3, 10-2. And we'll tell you about more scores here coming up, brought to you by Tony Wilt. Mater Dei beat Mascoutah 8-2 today. Like I said, I have plenty, and we're going to assume they're all baseball coming from Mike McManus. 0-1's coming, curveball outside, won't get her to chase. And the count evens itself up at 1. In the top of the 3rd, Greenville leads Westglen 5-0, and DuQuoin beat Metro East Lutheran 7-3. That's at the Greenville 2A sectional. 1-1's coming, riser high. Won't get Katie Comp to chase. So now Comp gets ahead in the count here. 2 balls, 1 strike. As Lady Wildcats are trying to even this one up. 1-0 is your score. There's 1 out, nobody aboard here in the top half of the 2nd inning. Pitch on the way from Kinsey, curveball outside. Comp swings and misses, counts even. Yeah, that scoreboard update was brought to you by Tony Wilt and State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance financial service needs, visit your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. TonyWilt.com or 42nd Street in Mount Vernon. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Riser high that time, gets away, and Katie Comp works the count full. As we are writing down some of these scores so that we will remember them for you throughout the broadcast. Not a lot of softball scores. Of course, most of the games are going on tomorrow. A lot of the softball games have been in. We'll try to get you some Nashville sectional updates. Full count coming. Swung on a miss. Back-to-back-to-back strikeouts for Kinsey Tate. Gives her 4th. And that'll bring up Sydney Paul, the right-hander, with 2 outs and the bases empty here in the top of the 2nd. A 1-0 ball game. Lady Rams are going to need every bit of run support they can get. Not saying that Kinsey would falter in any way, shape, or form, but 1-0 never makes you feel comfortable. Here comes the first pitch, and that's going to be lined into right center field. Great piece of hitting work there by Sydney Paul. Cheyenne Morgan quick to get there to keep it at a single, so that's the first hit allowed by Kinsey Tate today. And that brings up Jordan Schotten, 9th place hitter here for the Wildcats. We're in the top half of the 2nd, a 1-0 ball game. Lady Rams with a nice little lead here early. Again, we'll try to get you that A.J. Robinson score from earlier in the day at Harrisburg. Here comes inside. And Schotten takes ball 1. So a 1-0 ball game, tying run on first base, top of the 2nd here. Lady Rams trying to keep the Cats at bay and win their 2nd regional in 3 years. Bunt laid down, but it's bunted foul by Schotten, and she just put Kinsey Tate in a position for her nickel strikeout. Looking for number 5 here. 0-2 count, 2 gone. Runner on first for the Wildcats. The thing about the Wildcats is they actually have quite a few assistant coaches. Oh, so we had the count wrong. It was 1-1. Or maybe they have the count wrong, and we were right. Well, who knows? I tended to agree with the 0-2 more than I do the 1-1. That's what they say, and 1-1's coming. Curveball outside, swung and a miss. So Kinsey got the strike right back, and In the hole again is Jordan Schotten. 2 outs, runner on first here, top of the second inning. Glad to have you with us in a 1-0 regional championship game with the Mount Vernon Lady Rams on top. Here comes 1-2. That is line to Lockhart. She'll make the grab, and we are through 1.5. Still 1-0 Lady Rams. This is Mount Vernon softball on WMIX.
Life can be very complicated. You need to simplify, streamline, and save time wherever you can. Life just got simpler at People's National Bank. Now, get your monthly account statement online at peoplesnationalbank.com. If you're looking for a convenient, faster, and safer way to receive your monthly bank account statement, sign up for online statements available through People's Online Internet Banking. The next time you're online, go to peoplesnationalbank.com and simplify your life. You deserve it. People's National Bank, member FDIC.
Dad, on my way home from football practice, my check engine light popped on. What am I going to do?
You know, that happened to me when I was your age, and I called J&H Repair.
For 27 years, J&H Repair has kept generations of kids, their parents, and even their grandparents on the road. Foreign or domestic shocks, brakes, tune-ups, or major engine repair. J&H Repair has seen and fixed it. J&H Repair on Highway 15 East across from the Outland Airport. Call 242-7961.
J&H Repair, fine sponsors of the Mount Vernon Rams.
More softball action ahead on WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com.
And welcome back to Lady Rams softball. To the bottom of the second we go. It's Lockhart, Reeves, Caskey coming up. 5, 6, and 7. Lockhart takes a ball outside for ball 1. So 1-0 count to Haley Lockhart. She gets us started. Lady Rams have a 1-0 lead, courtesy of that RBI double by Kenzie Tate in the bottom of the first. So Clinton let it off, got aboard, and then Kenzie Tate brought her home. 1-0's coming to Lockhart, swung and a miss with the curveball outside by Taylor Fletcher, and the count's even at 1. We found out finally the final from that Harrisburg sectional. Anna Jonesboro beats Robinson by a final of 8-4. So we have plenty of scores to tell you about on the baseball side. We'll get you some more softball as Lockhart grounds to third. Took a wild hop on Comp, throws across the diamond, not in time. So Comp can't come up with it. That allows Lockhart to get aboard, and that'll be the first error on the Marion Lady Wildcats today. 1-0 still your score, but for the second consecutive inning, a Lady Ram leads things off and gets aboard. That'll bring up Elena Reeves with nobody out and a runner aboard. Official ruling is E5, which is pretty well what I agree with here, because Lockhart would have been out by a few steps had she been able to corral the play unscathed. So Reeves stands in. Regional championship action here in the bottom of the second. She'll swing and miss at the first pitch for strike 1. Games on plenty of the Withers broadcasting stations today. I know WEBQ-AM and WQRL-FM both have the same game, Benton Harrisburg. Wiley has Rams baseball and finished up with Centralia Marion a moment ago as we await the pitch to Reeves. So curveball again, 0-1, becomes 0-2 as Reeves swings and misses. V1047, we understand, has Hornets softball today. Of course, Cardinals baseball on WMIX-FM, Cubs baseball on Wish-FM, Cardinal baseball on WEBQ-FM, WYNG-FM, sports all over the place on your favorite Withers broadcasting station. Curveball outside, won't get Reeves this time. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes as the right-handed catcher is trying to battle back in the count. 1 on, nobody out. Bottom of the second, Lady Rams with a 1-0 lead here early on. And if you can't get to the bank during the game, don't worry. Bank in the stands with Banterra cell phone banking. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Inside corner, but low apparently. The count's even. Elena Reeves, 2-2. Playing Reeves to pull as the center fielder shades towards left. That's Ms. Schotten. Although the corner outfielder's really guarding the lines. Infield at normal depth for a double play. The runner's going. Lockhart will beat the throw. It goes into center field, but Schotten quick to get there to recover. And so Lockhart advances to second base as Reeves goes down on strikes swinging. So that'll be the first strikeout today for Taylor Fletcher, and it brings up Kylie Caskey. So Kylie stands in. She's an All-South 7 honorable mention. Has an RBI chance with 1 out and the runner on second. Could really help out Kenzie Tate. Here comes, and that's going to catch the outside corner for strike 1. So 0-1 to Caskey. Here in the bottom of the second, we'll try to get you some more updates from around the area. We'll also try to send out some more updates to the area to some of our other broadcasters. As we await the 0-1 pitch here coming. That's going to be a curveball outside to Caskey, trying to get her to chase, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Lady Rams hanging on to this 1-0 lead here in the bottom half of the second inning, trying to get something going to help add to it, could use some insurance. 1-0 to score. Lockhart's on second, bottom of the second, a 1-1 count, one gone. Curveball again that time outside, and the girls just can't seem to lay off. 1-2 the count now to Caskey. With Kelby Kuava on deck, she had some pretty clutch hits on Tuesday against the Centralia Annies. 1-2 coming from Fletcher. She winds and gets her on the curveball again. And that'll be back-to-back strikeouts for Taylor Fletcher. So she has 2 today compared to 4 for her counterpart, Kenzie Tate. And so runs at this point appear as if they could be at a premium as Kuava stands in. RBI chance with the runner on second. See if she can bring home Haley Lockhart. Fletcher's going curve, and that'll miss outside as Kuava stays off of it, 1-0. They can avoid the curveball, they're going to be fine. It's just been the susceptibility of swinging at that outside curve by these right-handed batters that's been plaguing the Lady Rams here today. 1-0, Lady Rams on top. Here it comes, and that's going to be outside again, 2-0. So Cuiava with a good eye in this at-bat has an RBI chance, as we mentioned, with Cheyenne Morgan on deck. Morgan has really preyed on some of these teams playing shallow in the outfield due to her slap. She tripled in back-to-back games and had an inside-the-park home run on Tuesday night. 2-0's coming. Cuiava comes across the plate this time. Must have been low because it's 3 balls and no strikes. So Lady Ram right fielder here has a good chance to make something happen. We'll see if she goes or if she's going to take on 3-0. The odds suggest that she would probably take on a 3-0 pitch. We'll see. Obligatory strike call in the outside corner on 3-0 becomes 3-1 with 2 outs and a runner on second. Lady Rams have another chance here. This time it's the second inning, trying to get more runs across the plate. Going to need a couple of more just to feel safe. 3-1's coming. Cuiava lays off. It's low. Take her base, and that'll be a 2-out walk issue to Kelby. It brings up Cheyenne Morgan, and with the way she's been swinging the bat lately, trying to slap and hitting it over everybody's head, you have to like your chances here to maybe get a couple of runs. So the lefty will come in. It'll be the top of the order if she's able to get aboard. If not, we'll see the top of the order in the home half of the third. Fletcher will wind and fire. That hits the inside corner for strike 1 to Morgan. Runners are on first and second, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second inning. In case you're just joining us, the Lady Rams lead this regional championship game by a score of 1-0 here in the home half of inning number 2. What's Fletcher going to go with? Seems to be having some disagreement with her catcher, Van Horn. Now she'll look around the bases. Actually, I'm sorry, it was just Morgan calling time. And 0-1, here it comes. Morgan lays off, riser high, and leaving the count 1 ball, 1 strike. They're still tied at Harrisburg, tied at 1 after, looks like after 6 now. Of course, we'll have plenty more scoreboard updates throughout the afternoon. 1-1's coming. It's going to miss low and away, possibly 2-1. So Morgan's had a keen eye thus far in the postseason. We'll see if it's possible that Fletcher doesn't have a curveball left, but she does because there it is, and that just missed outside, 3-1. This particular umpire seems to have more of an affinity for calling that outside corner to right-handed batters and not to left. That could really mess with some of these pitchers. 3-1 the count, 2 gone, 2 aboard, and that's going to miss low and away. And the bases are loaded with 2 outs for the top of the order. So if you're the Lady Rams, this is the position you wanted to be in under these circumstances, is to have your bases crammed with the top of the order coming up. So you have Clinton, who reached on a single her first time up, 1 for 1 with a run scored. The difference in this ball game coming from the bat of Kenzie Tate. But you also have Clinton Cremines Tate. If Clinton can make something happen, and here she takes ball 1, strike 1, makes that across the outside. And so it's 0-1. Let's see what we get. 0-1 coming. Clinton gets a bat on it, sends it down the foul line, first base side. Booten makes the grab. So we're through 2. Lady Rams strand, the base is loaded. It's 1-0 Lady Rams. This is Mount Vernon Softball on WMIX.
It's the summer driving phenomenon. That old beater you're driving now just doesn't do the trick anymore. And you need a great quality new-to-you vehicle. And that's where Second Chance Auto comes in. Family owned for the past 31 years, Second Chance Auto has been the answer. You'll be busy all summer, taking the kids to ball games, and don't forget the family vacation. Second Chance Auto has the dependable vehicle you're looking for. Cars, trucks, and SUVs. Not only do they have the best selection, all in one convenient location, but they have lots of minivans, great for the family on the go. No one has a better selection of vehicles priced under $10,000 than Second Chance Auto. Almost all their vehicles come with a generous 3-month or 3,000-mile warranty. There are no dock fees, no shipping fees, no processing fees like those new car dealerships, just low prices. And there's bank rate financing for everyone. Make this the summer you'll never forget. A quality pre-owned vehicle from Second Chance Auto. Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
This is Mike Reese. You're listening to the Rams on WMIX.
And welcome back. Here we are at Carbondale. It's the SIU Charlotte West Stadium. Mount Vernon Lady Rams and Marion Lady Wildcats regional championship game as we head to the top of the third inning. 1-0 Mount Vernon in the early going. We see the top of the order. Erin Dodd gets us started, and then she takes a curveball for ball one outside. Trying to straighten out the score we have from Carbondale, or from Marion, as Dodd looks to slaps it foul down the third baseline. Had that straightened out and stayed fair, it had been over the head of Jacqueline Flood and could have been trouble. Counts 1-1, nobody on, nobody out, obviously, as Ms. Dodd gets us started. We'll see if I incorrectly reported the Rams score a moment ago. Here it comes, and that is bunted foul. It'll be 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Dodd. Again, she gets us started with Gribble and Lennon to follow here in the top of the third. Lady Rams hanging on to a 1-0 lead here. Of course, Banterra Bank brings you Lady Rams softball, and don't bank on the away team, bank for the locals. So Banterra, locally owned and operated. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Here it comes. Dodd's going to slap it right to Fermines. Fires it first. Not in time. And that'll be an infield single for Erin Dodd as that brings up Cassie Gribble. Gribble grounded out to shorter last time up. Of course, last time up, Erin Dodd struck out for the first out of the ballgame. So the right-hander Gribble will step in. Here comes the first pitch from Tate. It's a bunt. It's played almost perfectly. Reeves grabs it barehanded off of the hop, and a great play by Elena Reeves. And Gribble's retired on the 2-4 sacrifice, but it does move Dodd into scoring position down there at second base for Lindsey Lennon. Lennon reached on an error, working the count full after falling behind 0-2 in her last at-bat. That was back in the first. Trying to get some finality on that Ram score. May ask our station to call the Centralia station just to verify. Here it comes inside to Lennon, trying to brush her back off of the plate curveball, and it's going to be 1-0. 1-0 the count. Runner on second, one gone here. Top of the third. Curveball outside this time. Doesn't get the call. Pitching of nearly identical occasions. That one was just on the chalk and wasn't going to get the call from the umpire. So it's 2-0 here to Lindsey Lennon. Has an RBI chance, a chance to tie this up at 1. It's a 1-0 Mount Vernon at the moment. Pitch is on the way. Here it is, and that is sent into left. Could score a run inside this. Here comes the throw from Clinton. That'll keep the runner at third, and it will be runners at the corners as Lindsey Lennon singles into left field. So she will move to second, as Elena Reeves is not going to risk the throw to second base. So the two in scoring position now and just one out as Taylor Booten comes up. She walked her last at bat. Here comes the first pitch to Booten right across the plate. It's going to be 0-1. Tying run on third, go ahead run on second. Lady Rams hanging on 1-0 in this regional championship game. Winner goes to Centralia on Tuesday. And Booten pops that up in the infield. Cremines calls off Flood, makes it with two hands, and there's two away. So that is a big out for the Lady Rams, getting the second one of the inning as Kara Van Horn comes up. Van Horn struck out her last at bat. Swung at a 2-2 curveball on the outside in the first inning. So Lady Rams keeping them at bay thus far with two on, and she will turn around on that one and send it foul towards the visiting bullpen on the left field side. It's for Ms. Van Horn. Who will be your Community First Bank of the Heartland player of the game? Great traditions aren't given. They are earned through hard work and commitment. That's just what they believe in. Community First Bank of the Heartland, proud sponsors of the Rams, a great tradition. Van Horn trying to turn around on one this time, fooled by the changeup, and it's 0-2. Tate will tell you she's not much of a fastball pitcher. She's a junk pitcher, but does throw hard. 0-2 the count, 2 gone. Ooh, won't get the drop that time, and it's 1-2. Lady Rams trying to get out of the inning ahead 1-0, but the go-ahead run on second, tying run on third. Things don't look too promising, but 2 outs in the inning here, top of the third. And Van Horn trying not to fall prey to Kinsey Tate. Kinsey at one time used to wear red contacts to try to intimidate the batter. Haven't seen her do that as of late. 1-2 the count, 2 gone. Here it comes. Curveball outside. Ringer upset her down. We are through 2.5. Still 1-0 Mount Vernon. This is Lady Rams softball on WMIX.
If I could see into the future, you know what I'd want to know? I'd want to know how the whole thing is going to turn out. Did I make the right decisions for my business? Helping my daughter memorize all 50 states in alphabetical order. Did it really matter?
Understanding that the future is about planning, not worrying, is why Erie Insurance is above all in service. Auto, home, business, and life. Your Erie agent is waiting for you.
Your Erie agent in Mount Vernon is the Bean Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 242-6017.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Lately, we've been told that coming into Community First Bank is like stepping into a bank 20 years ago. Well, some of our larger competitors would probably be concerned. However, at Community First Bank, we are convinced that that may be the ultimate compliment. We believe service matters, and we all know service is delivered by people who care. Stop in and experience banking service like you remember. Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Let's go back to the field. Powered by Banterra Bank.
And welcome back to Charlotte West Stadium, side of the IHSA Class 3A Softball Regional Championship between the Mount Vernon Lady Rams and the Marion Wildcats. Lady Rams have a 1-0 lead as we head to the home half of the third inning. 2, 3, and 4 coming up. Lexi Cremines, Kinsey Tate, and Jacqueline Flood, where most of the production does lie. And 4 Mount Vernon teams this year, be it Mount Vernon Rams baseball or Lady Rams softball. This home half of the third has traditionally been where they get the offense going. But Taylor Fletcher is quite the pesky pitcher as Cremines takes low and away for ball 1. Of course, we have passed the bottom of the hour. We'll take care of that shortly as our window for that slowly dissipates. 1-0 the count here for Lexi Cremines against Taylor Fletcher. Here comes, and that's right back at Fletcher, off the curveball, off the end of the bat, and that'll be thrown over to first in time on the 1-3 putout. We'll pause for station identification. This is Rams Radio.
This is the 2010 Illinois Broadcasters Association Silver Dome Award winner for Best Sports Play-by-Play. WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting.
A 1-3 retires Lexi Cremines. Kinsey Tate comes up with the bases empty and 1 out and promptly takes a curveball in the outside corner. So both pitchers are going to get that call, apparently, to right-handed batters. And Tate falls behind 0-1. Didn't think they were going to pitch to her, but Taylor Fletcher has gone after her after going 2-0 on her in the first at-bat. Now throws it well outside, and it's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike to the South 7 MVP. Tate bats in the very, very front of the batter's box, looking to see what she's going to get on 1-1. Not intimidated. Here it comes. Curveball across the outside corner of the plate, 1-2. Quite a few Lady Rams fans in attendance for a Friday night on a holiday weekend. Lady Rams have been traveling well this season. 1-2's coming. That is low for a 2-2 count. Tate had that RBI double back in the first, and then was part of her courtesy runner was part of that double play. Here comes McKenzie outside. The count's full. And if you were listening to Saturday Sports Show a week ago, you knew that we had actually discussed, which athletes in the southern portion of the state over time you could just refer to by their first name, and people from all over know what you're talking about. And Kinsey strikes out swinging on a curveball that would have been ball 4, and that does us through 3. Still 1-0 Lady Rams. This is Mount Vernon softball on WMIX.
If you or a loved one experience chest discomfort, pain, heaviness, shortness of breath, We at Good Samaritan Regional Health Center want you to know that every second counts.
I'm Fadi Shamsham. I'm an interventional cardiologist and a vascular medicine specialist. American Heart Association guidelines recommend that the door to balloon should be at no more than 90 minutes. Here at Good Sam.
And whoopsie daisy, it's 1-0 to Jacqueline Flood as she sends one into the opposite field for a base hit. Rode in the wrong inning, and therefore had 3 outs instead of 2. So 2 outs for Jacqueline Flood. She singles, and that brings up Haley Lockhart. My apologies. Accidents happen from time to time. Whoopsie. Alex Frizzy back in the studio. Help me out there. Appreciate it. And Lockhart, here we go. She'll take it outside, but again, they are generously giving that outside corner to right-handed batters. It's 0-1. It's consistent, so it's fine. I think you'd have an argument if one of the pitchers wasn't getting it, was getting squeezed, but the umpire's been consistent. That's all you can ask for. 0-1 the count to Haley Lockhart with 2 outs and a runner on first, and she will pop it foul behind her, and it'll be 0-2 now to Haley. Lady Rams lead this one 1-0 here in the home half of the third. Would love to get some insurance runs and had the bases loaded in the second, but couldn't get any across the plate, stranding the bases loaded. Lockhart digs back in, 0-2. Here comes the pitch to the right-hander, chases after the drop, and now we are through 3. 1-0 Lady Rams. This is Mount Vernon softball on WMIX.
During a heart emergency, the right care can't come soon enough. At Good Samaritan Regional Health Center, our heart team is always ready when time is of the essence.
I'm Dr. Brian Jones, and I'm an interventional cardiologist at Good Sam in Mount Vernon and Centralia. If a person is experiencing a heart attack, the longer the symptoms progress, the more muscle is actually damaged. So it's very important for people to get to the emergency room as fast as possible. The emergency room has specific protocols to rush people through who are having a heart attack.
If you or a loved one experience chest discomfort, don't wait. At Good Samaritan, our results are 20% faster than national standards for providing urgent treatment of a heart attack. For more information about our physicians and heart services, call toll-free 1-888-257-6098. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center, close to your heart, close to home.
This is your home for Rams Radio, WMIX.
And welcome back to Charlotte West Stadium on the campus of Southern Illinois University, Carbondale. The Lady Rams lead the Marion Wildcats heading to the fourth, 1-0. Schaefer, Comp, Paul to get us started. 6, 7, and 8 in the order. So the tall, lanky Montana Schaefer struck out in her first appearance. I'm going to try to see if she's figured out Kenzie Tate. And Tate will get the curveball in the outside corner, 0-1. An update from Marion. Mount Vernon 10, Carbondale 5 in the fifth. That scoreboard update brought to you by Tony Wilton State Farm Insurance. More about Anthony after the 0-1. Kenzie gets her with a screwball. That's actually looked more like a drop ball. It's 0-2. Sometimes between Kenzie's screwball and her drop ball, if you don't see the release point and you're up above, it is difficult to discern which one it actually is. 0-2 to Schaefer. Here it comes. Curveball outside. Generous strike zone, and that will be strikeout number 6. Back-to-back of the backwards variety. And that's the first out of the inning. So Katie Comp will step in. She was the fourth strikeout victim back in the second. And here comes riser high. Won't get Katie Comp to chase after that one this time. It's 1 ball, no strikes. For all of your insurance financial service needs, visit your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. Conveniently located on 42nd Street in Mount Vernon or online at TonyWilt.com. Walk in, call in, or click in. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Dinner plate. That one was well outside, but Kenzie gets the call. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Umpire's doing a fine job, though. 1-1's coming. Ground ball to Kermese. She picks it up, 2 hands, fires across. Strong throw, and that'll be the second out. So Lexi appears to be fine. Just had that one issue on the third batter of the first inning, Lindsey Lennon, but since then has recovered nicely and made a bunch of great throws over to first. So 2 outs, bases empty for Sydney Paul. Lady Rams still on top, 1-0 here in the top of the fourth. Curveball. Ooh, gets a little squeeze that time, though, and it'll be 1-0. Thought she was going to get that one. Plenty of scores to tell you about, so many, we just can't bring them all to you at once. It's inside now to Paul. It's 2-0. For instance, a continuation of our Tony Wilt scoreboard update. Anna Jonesboro beat Robinson 8-4. 2-0 coming. Ball swings and misses. It's 2-1. Benton and Harrisburg again tied at 1 after 6. Centralia beat Marion in an upset, 7-4. Mater Dei beat Mascoutah 8-2 as it comes on 2-1. That is smacked into right center. Shouldn't be a problem for Morgan if she grabs it with 2. She does. And we are through 3.5. Still 1-0 Lady Rams. This is Mount Vernon softball on WMIX.
With gas prices going up, nobody is in better position to save you money than Schmidt Chevrolet. Hi, this is Jeff Schmidt at Schmidt Chevrolet in Mount Vernon. The Chevy Cruze is rated up to 42 miles per gallon, with customer results coming in far higher. Come in and take a test drive. You'll love the Chevy style and comfort and gas savings. Nobody will treat you better than Schmidt Chevrolet in Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or schmidtchevrolet.com.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we needed help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is Mike Reese. You're listening to the Rams on WMIX.
Back at Carbondale, we head to the bottom of the 4th. To do up for the Lady Rams, it'll be Elena Reeves, Kylie Kasky, and Kelby Kuyava. Lady Rams lead this one 1-0 over the Marion Lady Wildcats. Regional championship action. We're glad to have you with us here on WMIX and online at mywithersradio.com. This one going fairly quickly, as we've already reached the bottom half of the 4th inning. Reeves starts us off. Here it comes, right over the corner of the plate outside to Reeves. It's 0-1. Make retirement a grand slam. Open a retirement account to fit your lifestyle perfectly. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. 0-1 the count to the Ram catcher. Here comes to Reeves. Drop ball low, and it's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike. Lady Rams are going to miss Reeves next year. 4-year starter behind the plate. Catching another 4-year starter in Kinsey Tate off of the circle. Also Luke's Kylie Kasky. And another 4-year starter in Lexi Cremines. 1-1's coming to Elena Reeves, and that looked like it missed low and away, 2-1. Let's see if we have an update coming in. We do. A shocker in Saline County. Here comes the 2-1. And that misses outside. No, okay, caught outside, 2-2. The Benton Rangers, for a second time this year, beat the Harrisburg Bulldogs 2-1. Of course, it was 13-11 last time, but Benton Rangers squeaked by Harrisburg again. Oh, my. 2-2 coming. And that'll miss low. The count's full. So the Rangers pick up a win. They play A.J. tomorrow at Harrisburg for the sectional championship, and the dream season for Brett Blondie's Rangers just keeps going. Full count to Reeves here in the softball regional championship, and that'll miss outside, so Reeves will take her base. It's a leadoff walk, and that brings up Kylie Kasky. So we'll have a courtesy runner. It'll probably be Allison England. And it will be Allison England on the courtesy run for Elena Reeves. Typically, they seem to have personal courtesy runners, with England being Elena Reeves and Kinsey Tate having Courtney Scarborough. Kinsey, a good base runner, just don't like to risk the ACL, re-injuring that ACL tear she had after her freshman year. Kasky comes on, runner on first, nobody out, pulls back on the bunt. England able to get back, and it's going to be 1-0 here to Kylie Kasky. Wow. Benton Rangers do it again. Harrisburg didn't lose to an Ohio team for 40-something games, and Benton's beat them twice this year. 1-0's coming. Ooh, pulled back on the bunt, swung, the old slash, and that's going to be still a sacrifice as Kasky is out at first. Good attempt by Kylie Kasky to try to make something work and try to burn the right side of the infield. Didn't happen, but still the runner advances to second for Kelby Kuyava. She walked her last time up, and then there was a walk to Cheyenne Morgan. So the Lady Rams had the bases loaded in the second. We'll see what they can do in the fourth. Here comes Kuyava. Watches that one go by on the outside corner, 0-1. What she's trying to do is not fall victim to that curveball that Fletcher has outside. like most of the Lady Rams have today. 0-1 the count to Kelby with one out and a runner on second here in the home half of the fourth inning. Still a 1-0 ball game. Check swing. It's inside. 1-1 strike. Here's the question now for Rams and Lady Rams fans. Will the Lady Rams be done before the Rams are? Carbondale hanging in there over there in Marion. They're just in the fifth. We're in the bottom of the fourth already. We start an hour later. 1-1 coming. Almost a perfect bunt laid down by Kelby Cuiava. Just too much English on it. It rolls foul about a quarter of the way down the third base line. If that, it'll be 1-2. Still can't get over that shocker in Saline County. Many had Harrisburg anointed for a return trip to, I believe, Peoria now is where the 1A, 2A state finals are. But not going to happen. 1-2 to Cuiava. Here comes. That's going to catch the outside corner. That's strikeout number 5 for Fletcher. 2 outs now for Cheyenne Morgan. This has to be a circumstance where you hope they play shallow and you hope that Morgan's able to get a piece of one again. Or because they saw if fall victim to Centralia the other night, will they play deep in the outfield still? The infielders charging. They're keeping the first baseman back, and here comes Morgan. Started to drop it down, but pulls back in time as it scoots outside at 1-0. Cheyenne was one of our players of the game 1 game ago, of course, for that effort on the inside the park home run, brought to you by Community First Bank. Come start a banking relationship at Community First Bank of the Heartland, with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC as it's fouled off by Morgan on the 1-0 behind us. 1-1. Runner in scoring position, so an RBI chance here with 2 gone in the bottom half of the fourth. Here we go. Shows bunt, but too much backspin on it. It's foul. 1-2 strikes to Morgan. She had a 3-1 count at bat in the second and later walked. She's looking for her first official at-bat here this afternoon. Hoping to get a hit. 1-2 strikes, 2 gone. Home half of the fourth, a 1-0 ball game. Lady Rams hanging on here. Always seem to have problems against Taylor Fletcher. That was why the first game was 2-0. That's the one Fletcher pitched as Morgan tries to rip one. And it stays 1-2. Fletcher just seems to be enigmatic for these Lady Rams batters. That was a 2-0 ball game there in the first game of that doubleheader on the 28th of April. Then the Lady Rams come alive in the second and beat them 13-4. 1-2 coming with 2 gone. The runner on second, and that'll be fouled off. So Cheyenne Morgan just continues to stay alive. And is being called out. We'll explain that when we come back. We're through 4, still 1-0 Lady Rams. This is Mount Vernon Softball on WMIX.
Change is good. Change is also easy with People's National Bank's Switch Kit. Simply follow a few easy steps to discover what banking with a true community-focused bank is like. Hi, this is Star Reed with People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. Stop by and let me show you how easy it is to start banking with People's National Bank. People's National Bank, member FDIC.
Love the new place, Dave.
Hey, thanks for helping with the move.
Yeah. So, you get a renter's policy to insure all this cool stuff?
Yep, from my dad's shelter insurance agent. It covers theft, liability, water, and smoke damage.
Sounds expensive.
Nah, with the money I saved, I could have hired a professional mover.
Oh, nice.
Instead, I'm taking you to dinner.
Oh, nice.
I'm Alan Wiggers. For a free insurance review, see me at 206 South 9th Street. Go Rams.
Back to Lady Rams softball, powered by Banterra Bank.
And welcome back to Carbondale. We head to the top of the fifth. Lady Rams lead 1-0. Due up for Marion, 9-1-2. Jordan Schotten, Aaron Dodd, and Cassie Gribble. Lindsay Lennon to follow if anybody gets aboard. Schotten lined out to Haley Lockhart to end the threat in the second. And we'll see what happens here. The right-hander Schotten starts us off. Tate's first pitch is a riser. Won't get her to chase. It's 1-0. Benton beats Harrisburg. Wow, 2-1 in a baseball sectional semi down there at Hburg. Next one catches the inside corner to Schotten. 1-1 strike. Not a lot of softball scores to report. Most of them were done until tomorrow. The difficult one to get in has been that Nashville sectional with Columbia and Heron and Carterville and Nashville. 1-1's coming. Screwball that time. Outside. Misses 1-1. 2-1 rather. Tato wind and fire. Here it comes. Got her going that time. 2 balls, 2 strikes, as that was swung on a miss by Schotten. Don't strike out looking. Take control of your health care expenses with a tax-advanced health savings account. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. 2-2 the count. Here we go, and that is going to be sent foul. First base side of the backstop as Schotten reached out for that one outside. Keeps the count 2 balls, 2 strikes with nobody on, nobody out. She gets us started here in the top half of the 5th inning. It's a 1-0 ball game. Lady Rams hanging on thus far, trying to win their second regional championship in 3 years. Here it comes on 2-2. Riser that time, swung and a miss, and that's strikeout number 7. Wow. Not sure how many she has for her career, but it's got to be a metric ton. So Carbondale hanging in there over there in the Marion Regional. It's 11-5 Rams through 5. Here we go on a bunt laid down by Dodd. The throw over to first is in time. So great play there for the second out. That was a great throw. So Gribble steps up with 2 out and nobody on here, top of the 5th on a 1-0 ball game. Don't mean to be disrespectful to the Rangers by saying I'm just surprised, but it's tough to beat Harrisburg at all, let alone twice in the same season, as that's a curveball outside, and Gribble lays off. And that is a ground ball just underneath the glove. Alexa Cremines on the dive, so Gribble will pick up a 2-out base hit. So Marion has had their chances as Lindsay Lennon will step up, but have been unable to capitalize thus far because Kinsey Tate and the Lady Rams defense have typically been able to keep them at bay. But that was going to be a tough one to get to for Lexi. No way can that be anything other than a 2-out base hit for Ms. Gribble. First pitch of this at-bat's a drop ball. Reeves will not throw behind the runner, and that'll be 1-0 to Lennon. Flag is blowing from right field to left center. See if that impacts the Lennon at bat. Here it comes. Over the outside corner. Should be 1-1 count now to Lindsay. Lindsay Lennon has been a thorn in many a Lady Rams side, both in softball and basketball. I know many Lady Rams. I know a Lady Ram basketball coach will be glad when she finally graduates, which should have been this year. I don't know if they've graduated yet over there at Marion or not. 2-1 the count, as that was a drop ball. 2 outs. Kinsey is ready to go, but had no umpire or catcher. So 2-1's the count for Lindsay Lennon here, top of the 5th, 1 on, 2 out, a 1-0 ball game. Lady Rams hanging on. Haven't been able to add any insurance since they took the lead early. 2-1 count, curveball outside, gets the call again, 2-2. Question is, will Lindsay Lennon be strikeout number 8? Both pitchers have just been nicking that corner of the plate on their outside curves to right-handers. 2-2 to Lennon. Won't get it out of the inning here. Wow, she'll fist that foul. Over to third base box, making the grab. It's Jacqueline Flood. We're through 4.5. Still 1-0 Lady Rams. This is Mount Vernon Softball on WMIX.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Community First is more than a part of our name. It is a core belief of our bank. Our actions within the community include supporting the development of Jefferson County through loans to individuals, farmers and businesses, purchasing local bonds for improvements to our schools and local infrastructure, and donations to community organizations and schools. We also volunteer our time to improve quality of life for all. I'm proud of what we do at Community First Bank and invite you to do business with someone who cares about the community you live in. Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, and Ida. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
When you want the best, think the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. The Orthopedic Center has the unique distinction of being one of only 2 non-academic accredited orthopedic teaching and research facilities in the state of Illinois. Our goal in education is to inspire the next generation of orthopedic surgeons. Patient care, education, and research are our core strengths. Located on Veterans Memorial Drive, Mount Vernon, and St. Mary's Good Samaritan Centralia campus. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Discover the difference.
This is Mike Reese. Now back to Chris Hugo and Jeff Crow. It's the Rams on WMIX.
Back to Charlotte West Stadium. Top of the order coming up for the Lady Rams here as we head to the home half of the 5th. 1-0, still your scores. The Lady Rams have been unable to add any runs since Paige Clinton, the leadoff batter to the first, crossed the plate on the Tate RBI double. First pitch to Clinton's across the corner, outside for strike one. So 0-1 to Paige Clinton here. She gets it started. Banterra's online banking is convenient, efficient, and best of all, safe. Our security is your best defense. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Member FDIC, 0-1, a riser that time, and Clinton was able to pull back in time to make it 1-1. Paige gets it started. Lexi and Kinsey to follow with Jacqueline Flood in the hole. Once Cremines comes up. 1-1 coming to Clinton. She'll swing and miss, and it's 1-2. Curious to see how that Rams game is going. Rams now have an 11-5 lead through 5 on Carbondale. Believe that to be the most runs the Terriers have plated on the Rams this season. Only scored 2 in their game at home, as that's found back by Ms. Clinton. And by home, I mean at Carbondale. Make sure I have that particular game in this particular book. Either way, we'll look for it. Here comes Clinton in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes as she evens things up. Rams certainly not taking the Terriers lightly whatsoever, but still. As we have 2-2 coming, that is sent foul. First base side out of play. Must have been forever ago that we played the Terriers. And by we, I mean they. Rams ended up winning that one by a final of 10-0 at Brennan Klein. So 2-2 coming to Clinton. She'll send one towards right center field. Will it fall for a base hit again? And it will. And now it gets away from the outfielder, so Clinton will take second base. And so, will this be a replication of the first? We shall see. 1-0 your score. Lady Rams on top. Now with a runner in scoring position yet again, now in the bottom of the 5th. As Lexi Cremines will step up. Same identical thing. Clinton kind of blooped one. It fell in a Bermuda Triangle of 8, 4, and 9. And then made something happen with it. First pitch is outside to Cremines, but low. It's 1-0. Lexi was one of our Community First Bank players of the game. On Tuesday night, Lady Rams beat Centray 8-0 to get to this very matchup with the Marion Lady Wildcats. Regional championship game. Glad to have you with us. Here it comes to Lexi. She'll lay off, but that hits the outside corner. 1-1. Top of the hour. We'll pause for station identification. This is Rams Radio.
You're listening to Lady Rams Softball on AM 940 WMIX, Mount Vernon, Carbondale, Cape Girardeau, and online at mywithersradio.com. A free service from Withers Broadcasting.
Lexi was going to show bunt there and didn't pull back in time, and now falls behind 1-2 on an outside curveball there by Taylor Fletcher. Plenty of updates coming in from around the region. We'll see what this one happens to be. So even though the Rams have given up 5 runs, West Mason still managed to pick up 14 strikeouts thus far. As Cremines reaches out for one, that is just in the mid of Don as she will leap for one in right center field. And that'll be the second out on tough luck piece of hitting, or first out rather. Can't get ahead of myself like I did last time. And of Mason's 14 strikeouts, 8 of them are of the backwards variety. So if they're through 5, that means of the 15 outs, 14 have been Ks. Runner on second for Kinsey. She will try to bunt at it. There's a hit and run. Clinton will get to third base somehow, and she will call for time. That's one of those where, Amy, you got to call time there. If your kid's hanging on by a thread, Amy does, and there's a runner on third. So 0-1 is the count to Kinsey. She got a little over-aggressive on a botched hit and run. There was nothing she could do about that. 1 out, runner on third for Tate. She'll take a riser high, and it's going to be 1 ball and 1 strike. Of course, Community First Bank of the Heartland brings you our Player of the Game award. Stop by and see Community First Bank and see why they've been voted Jefferson County's best bank for 2 straight years, with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, and Ida. Welcome back to personal banking at Community First Bank of the Heartland. 1-1 coming to Tate. In the dirt, it's 2-1. Lady Rams trying to get some insurance here. 2-1 the count to Tate. The runner's on third here in the home half of the 5th. Hanging on, clinging to a 1-0 lead. One run, 4 hits, 1 error for the Lady Rams compared to no runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Wildcats. All of that unofficial. Here comes 2-1 to Tate outside, 2-2. That's the thing, as a hitter, even if you're the pitcher, you hate that, but you're just glad you're getting that call on the opposing end. Outside curveball, getting it every time, even if it's over the opposing batting box at times. So 2-2 to Tate, continuing to go after. It's identical location. This time it's full. So what we've seen so far is that if that pitch comes before strike 2, it's usually going to be called a strike. But if it comes identical location on 0-2, 2-2, 1-2, 3-2, whatever, it may not be a ring-up pitch. Runner on third, 1 out, full count to Kinsey. Here it comes, and she will send that to first. The runner's going to come home, and that's going to be an RBI on the 1-4. So Kinsey Tate continues to help her own cause with Paige Clinton on the base pass. Brings her home again, and it's 2-0 Lady Rams. Sometimes you got to play the small ball and manufacture runs and not hit for the homer, and that's just what Kinsey Tate did there. Of course, she wouldn't have had a chance for a homer with that pitch as far outside as it was. That brings up Flood, and she takes a strike down the middle for an 0-1 count. So it's Benton and AJ tomorrow in the Harrisburg Sectional Championship game. That'll be at 11 o'clock on our sister station, Q106. 0-1's coming. Misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. That was 3-4 on Kinsey a moment ago, but still got the run batted in. 2-0 your score. Whew, what a close one we have here in Carbondale. Here comes Fletcher's offering. As Flood just got a piece of it, sent it to the backstop barely, and it's 1-2. Meanwhile, at this rate, if things continue over there at Marion, we'll be on the air tomorrow here on AM 940 for a Rams baseball run to the regional championship. Rams seeking their second straight as we wait the 1-2 to Flood. And she will send that up the middle for a base hit, so that'll put a runner aboard here with 2 gone. This is the 4th consecutive postseason that the Rams and Orphans have met up since class expansion. So in all 4 years since we've gone to 4 classes, Mount Vernon and Centralia have met up in the boys' postseason. First time it's been for a championship. 2 regional semifinals and a sectional semifinal. 2-0 to score here. Runner on first, 2 gone for Haley Lockhart. She'll take a strike across the outside corner, and the right-hander falls behind 0-1. She reached on an error back in the second, stole a base, but was stranded on third with the bases loaded and 2 gone. She struck out in the third. We'll see what she does here with an 0-1 count in the 5th. Fletcher offers. Lockhart gets a piece of it, sends it to third, takes a bad hop. Lockhart's going to be safe on the E5. So there is something about Haley Lockhart that makes Ms. Comp unable to field. Tough day for her over there at the hot corner. Normally a very sure-handed third baseman, but just ran into a little bit of trouble as the hop came up and in. So first and second with 2 outs here. And we'll see if the Lady Rams can keep this inning alive. Fletcher's ready, and she'll go after Reeves, and that's going to catch the outside corner, and it's 0-1 to Elena. Elena struck out in the second and walked in the 4th, but unfortunately was stranded on second base. Nothing in 1 to Elena. She gets a piece of it, sends it through the left side of the infield. Flood's going to be waved around. The rest are going to be held up, and it is 3-0 Lady Rams. Lockhart a little over-aggressive. And she is rung up at third after being held up. So it's 3-0 Lady Rams through 5. This is Mount Vernon softball on WMIX.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Rams letter jackets, All Stars and Stitches, Rams cheerleading jackets, All Stars and Stitches, Rams hoodies, All Stars and Stitches, Rams t-shirts, All Stars and Stitches, Rams car stickers, All Stars and Stitches, Rams yard signs, All Stars and Stitches, Rams apparel, All Stars and Stitches, anything Mount Vernon Rams, All Stars and Stitches.
Okay, I get it. I can get anything Mount Vernon Rams at All Stars and Stitches. But where in the world is All Stars and Stitches?
All Stars and Stitches. We're located in Benton, half a block from the Benton High School. Our phone number is 618-435-5555. Give us a call.
More softball action ahead on WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com.
And welcome back, Lady Rams softball. They scored 2 in the home half of the fifth to expand this lead to 3-0. So a pair of RBI from Kinsey Tate and Elena Reeves makes a difference in this ball game, as Jacqueline Flood was able to come around to score on the Elena Reeves RBI. But unfortunately, on that, Haley Lockhart ends up thrown out at third, and the inning ends. But they do get the run across the plate, and that's all that matters. Here in the sixth, it'll be 4, 5, and 6 coming up. Taylor Booten, Kara Van Horn, and Montana Schaefer for the Cats, as they we see the Lady Rams with a bit of breathing room here. We'll see if there's any changes to the lineup coming up for Marion, and there will be. Lady Rams softball presented by Banterra Bank. Don't strike out looking. Take control of your health care expenses with a tax-advanced health savings account. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. So Lady Rams lead 3-0 here. That is a big lead at this point, especially against a pitcher like Taylor Fletcher, who gives you fits. Here comes the first pitch to Booten. It's a curveball outside. Swung and missed. It's 0-1. So Taylor Booten today comes in 0 for 1. She's walked and popped out, and she'll now foul one on a line drive first base side, 0-2. Kinsey is unofficially looking for her 8th strikeout today. Her Ram counterpart, Wes Mason, apparently has 14. Both are through 5 innings. 0-2, riser that time. There's strikeout number 8. Kinsey must have heard that, and that'll be, I believe, the 5th of the frontwards variety, as that brings up Dakota Katermas. So Katermas for Van Horn. She'll swing and miss. Curveball. 0-1. Katermas is not a very common name, so you have to fathom she's probably related to those from Compton. 0-1 coming. Won't get the call that time. Kinsey will on the low pitch, and it's 1-1. Two big runs in the bottom of the fifth have given the Lady Rams a little bit of breathing room here. Now up 3-0. We're in the top of the sixth with a 1-2 count on Katermas, the pinch hitter. Lady Rams had 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, compared to 0, 4, and 2 for the Cats. Here comes another one. Curveball outside corner, ringer up. That'll be number 9 for Kinsey. That'll be, I believe, the 4th of the backwards variety, and that brings up Montana Schaefer. Excuse me.
Number 5, Taylor Fletcher.
Somebody I didn't. So Fletcher will now bat. So they are removing the DP as the flex will now bat. I didn't even write Fletcher's number down, so that's my mistake. That's why she wasn't on my roster. So Fletcher steps in, has an 0-1 count, now takes one across the plate, 1-1. My apologies on the delay for that one. Will Fletcher be strikeout victim number 10, and will Kinsey strike out the side here on the 6th? 1-1 count, 2 gone, bases empty for the Cats, down 3-0. Here we go. Oh, gets the call on that one, too, across the plate, but looked high from this vantage point. And it's 1-2 to Taylor Fletcher. This spot in the order is struck out twice. Will it be 3 times? 1-2's coming. Will it end the inning? Swung and a miss on the riser, and that is strikeout number 10. Kinsey's dominance continues in a regional championship game, 3-0 through 5.5. This is Mount Vernon softball on WMIX.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
Hi, Roy Schmidt at Ford Square, Mount Vernon. The 2011 Ford Ranger continues to be a dominant force in the compact truck market. We have a great selection of the 11 Ranger right now at Ford Square. No matter if you're looking for the base regular cab Ranger or loaded up Super Cab 4x4, we have your truck at Ford Square. Great gas mileage is another automatic in the Ford Ranger. Also right now, receive up to $3,500 cash back in incentives to get your payment where you want it. So come into Ford Square and test drive the 2011 Ford Ranger for a great price, great mileage, and most of all, a great truck at Ford Square, Mount Vernon at 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, where the best never rest.
More softball action ahead on WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com.
And welcome back. We head to the home half of the sixth. Lady Rams have a 3-0 lead in the Carbondale Regional Championship game. Coming up for the Lady Rams is bottom of the order, Caskey, Cuyava, and Morgan. Here comes the pitch to Kylie. She'll swing and miss. It's 0-1, but Lady Rams have to be happy. They're able to exhale a little bit after scoring 2 in the fifth, and then Kinsey Tate striking out the side in the sixth. Whew. What a night here at the old ballpark, Charlotte West Stadium, on the campus of the beautiful Southern Illinois University. I'm partial. As 0-1 comes in, and digs around in the dirt, it's 1-1 strike to Kylie Caskey. Lady Rams blessed with a lot of Alice South 7 talent. Clinton was an honorable mention. Kermeen's a first-teamer. Tate, the 3-time MVP. Flood, a first-teamer. Lockhart and Reeves, second-teamers. And Caskey, an honorable mention. Fouls one straight back on 1-1. It's 1-2 to Kylie. Scoreboard update again. Remind you the Rams lead Carbondale in the regional semifinal at Marion 11-5 through 5. And Benton upsets Harrisburg 2-1, both in baseball. Scoreboard updates brought to you by Tony Wilt as 1-2 makes it 2-2 as that bounces around in the dirt. For all of your insurance financial service needs, visit your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. He is conveniently located on 42nd Street in Mount Vernon, or you can visit him online at TonyWilt.com. Walk in, call in, or click in. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. So we await 2-2 to Caskey. Here it comes. Swung and a miss, and that'll set her down. First down of the inning. And brings up Ms. Cuyava. Have that as 7 strikeouts, unofficially. And that is Mallory Kirsch. So Cuyava will come out of the order for Mallory Kirsch, who wears double aught. Glad to have you with us on WMIX, online at MyWithersRadio.com. Lady Rams softball presented by Banterra Bank. Kirsch will step in with 1 out and nobody aboard. And she'll foul the first one off, 0-1. Morgan's on deck, and so you have to think that this plays right into their hands if they can get Kirsch on base. Three 0 to score here, home half of the sixth. Lady Rams would hope to get a couple more if they can, as Kirsch will pop one into center. Oh, a diving grab coming towards the skin of the infield by the center fielder, Schotten. So a great play takes away the base hit from Mallory Kirsch, and there's 2 away, and that stinks for Mallory Kirsch. You get in that bat, think you have a base hit coming, and then somebody makes a heck of a play to take it away from you. That brings up Cheyenne Morgan with the bases empty, and they're going to charge up a little bit. Maybe Cheyenne can burn them here. Here comes, takes it across the plate to the outside. The left-hander gets a reprieve there because the pitcher doesn't get the call. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the next one to Morgan. She will send that to Lennon. Lennon fields it with 2 hands and throws the first, and that'll retire the side on the 6-3 putout. We're through 6. Still 3-0 Lady Rams. This is Mount Vernon softball on WMIX.
Pick the project, and CWI of Illinois is there to serve you. Remodeling, roofing, landscaping, estate settlement, land reclamation, even spring cleaning. CWI of Illinois offers 20 and 30 cubic yard size temporary dumpsters for collection and removal of all your construction or destruction waste. So whether you're holding a special event or bringing the house down, CWI is there. Call CWI of Illinois today at 866-309-1859. Let CWI make it easy for you.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is Mike Reese. Now back to Chris Hugo and Jeff Crow. It's the Rams on WMIX.
And welcome back to Lady Rams softball. We head to the last chance for the Wildcats. Top of the seventh, they trail 3-0. Lead off the summer with a Banterra Bank free checking account. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Member FDIC. We'll have a comprehensive scoreboard update coming up after the finale of this one before we take you to the Beat Insurance postgame show. 3-0 to score, due up for Marion. Due up for Marion, it is 7, 8, and 9. So Devon Seema will bat for Katie Comp. And the first pitch from Tate. Across the outside, it was a riser, though, and she won't get the call. It's 1-0 to Seema. Next one on the way, and that one's going to be popped foul. Gets over the backstop. It'll be 1-1. Sydney Paul remains on deck for the Wildcats. Down to their final 3 outs. Lady Rams looking for their second regional championship in 3 years. 1-1 the count. Here it comes. And that is going to be a ground ball to Bora. Picks it up, fires across, and time. So 4-3 put up for Seema for Sydney Paul. 1 out now in the top of the seventh. 3-0 ball game. Lady Rams hoping to win this regional championship on what will hopefully be a beautiful Memorial Day weekend. Forecast suggests that it will, with the exception of maybe overnight into early tomorrow morning. It'll be hot starting on Sunday. Here comes. First pitch to Paul. Swung on a miss. It's 0-1. Of course, don't support the other team. Go green with Banterra's online bill pay and online statements. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Member FDIC. 0-1 the count here to Sydney Paul. Bases empty, 1 out, top of the seventh. She will send that sky high into foul territory, well out of play, and it's 0-2. Can Tate get her 11th strikeout here? That is the question. She has 10 already on the day. 0-2 the count here. Paul trying to keep it alive for the Wildcats. One gone. Here it comes from Tate, and that will get away. I put a little too much into that one, and now the count's 1-2. That got away from Reeves. It's almost as if part of her hand movement was a screwball, and the other part was a riser. 1-2's coming. Went with the heat that time and swung on a miss. That's the 11th strikeout. Down to their final out of the season are the Marion Wildcats. Kinsey Tate has pretty well all but assured herself the Community First Bank of the Heartland Player of the Game award. Not quite a no-hitter against Centralia, but I think the Lady Rams will take this one in 2011. As Mackenzie Johnston stands in for the Cats. Took it outside, 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes here. Down to their final out is Marion. Here comes. Got it on the outside corner that time with the curve, 1-1. Great traditions aren't given. They're earned through hard work and commitment. That's just what they believe in. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Proud sponsors of the Lady Rams. A great tradition. 1-1's coming. Smacked foul behind Elena Reeves. It's 1-2. Down to their final strike now are the Wildcats. 1-2 the count. Bases empty. 2 outs. Top of the seventh. 3-0 ball game. The Lady Rams again looking for 2 of 3 here as far as regional championships are concerned. Fell last year to Centralia in the regional semi. 1-2 the count. Can Kinsey get her dozen? Her 12th strikeout of the game. Here it comes. Swung on a miss. And the Lady Rams are regional champions for a second time in 3 years. This time the victims are the Marion Lady Wildcats, and the Lady Rams will see a sectional berth on Tuesday night. Quick scoreboard update, though. At last check, the Rams were leading the Terriers of Carbondale 11-5 through 5. The winner of that game will play Centralia. They beat Marion today 7-4. The Harrisburg sectional final tomorrow will be Anna Jonesboro versus Benton. AJ beats Robinson 8-4 today. Benton upsets Harrisburg 2-1. Mater Dei beats Mascoutah in 3A action 8-2 today. DuQuoin will play the winner of Greenville-Westglen tomorrow for a sectional championship. They beat Metro East Lutheran 7-3. At last check, Greenville is leading Westglen in the third 5-0. That scoreboard update's brought to you by your State Farm agent Tony Wilt. He is conveniently located on 42nd Street in Mount Vernon or online at TonyWilt.com. Walk in, call in, or click in like a good neighbor. State Farm is there. So not much to talk about, just a little old regional championship here from Carbondale. We'll be back with your Bean Insurance postgame show. Your final is 3-0. This is Lady Rams softball on WMIX.
Now that warmer weather is here, it's finally time to get that construction or landscaping project underway. Trouble is, what to do with all that waste material? You can't just leave it lying around. That's where CWI of Illinois comes in. They'll bring a good-sized 20 or 30 cubic yard size container right to your site to keep your project spick and span. That's just one aspect of what CWI can do for you. Call CWI today at 866-309-1859. Let CWI make it easy for you.
Hey, honey, when I picked up Billy at soccer practice, I heard the brakes start to squeal. What do we do?
Don't look at me. I don't know anything about cars. Take it to those guys across from the Mount Vernon Airport.
Oh, J&H Repair.
J&H Repair has specialized in keeping generation after generation on the road for nearly 30 years. Brakes, shocks, tune-ups, air conditioning, or major engine repair, foreign or domestic, J&H Repair has seen it and fixed it. Take your car to the experts at J&H Repair, just across from the Mount Vernon Outland Airport.
Rams letter jackets, All Stars and Stitches, Rams cheerleading jackets, All Stars and Stitches, Rams hoodies, All Stars and Stitches, Rams t-shirts, All Stars and Stitches, Rams car stickers, All Stars and Stitches, Rams yard signs, All Stars and Stitches, Rams apparel, All Stars and Stitches, anything Mount Vernon Rams, All Stars and Stitches.
Okay, I get it. I can get anything Mount Vernon Rams at All Stars and Stitches. But where in the world is All Stars and Stitches?
All Stars and Stitches. We're located in Benton, half a block from the Benton High School. Our phone number is 618-435-5555. Give us a call.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
If I could change anything, you know what I'd change? I'd make it a law that if you tell someone to have a nice day, you really have to mean it. 100%.
Making your day better than it started out is what makes Erie Insurance above all in service. Auto, home, business, and life. Your Erie agent is waiting for you. And have a nice day.
Your Erie agent in Mount Vernon is the Bean Insurance Agency. Get a quote at beaninsurance.net.
This is Lady Rams softball on WMIX. The Bean Insurance postgame show starts now.
Lady Rams are regional champions. A 3-0 victory over the Marion Wildcats ensures the Lady Rams have won their second regional championship in 3 years. Kenzie Tate, your winning pitcher. Taylor Fletcher takes a tough loss for Marion. 3-0 your final. Lady Rams get it done here. This is your Bean Insurance postgame show, of course. At Bean Insurance, they are an independent agency that can do the insurance shopping for you. Bean Insurance does business with multiple top underwriters. With great rates for your family, call Bean Insurance at 242-6017. That's 242-6017. So the second time in 3 years the Lady Rams are regional champions. They don't know who they're playing just yet, but they will play in the Centralia Sectional on Tuesday. As we will get you, or is that Wednesday? Shouldn't be Wednesday. Maybe it is Wednesday. So they play Wednesday, at 4:30 against the winner of the Waterloo Sectional. So Lady Rams softball is on Wednesday, not Tuesday. My mistake. And we will see when the boys are in action. So the Lady Rams will be on AM 940 Wednesday at 4:30 in their bid for a berth in the sectional semifinal. Then we'll have Rams baseball for you at 6:30 on Wednesday because the Rams just finished off a victory over the Carbondale Terriers to win a little regional championship of their own. So 2 out of 3 for the Lady Rams, back-to-back for the Rams, and we'll have double sectional coverage coming your way on Hump Day starting at 4:30. We'll figure it all out. That may not be it. We may have a super sectional contest to bring you on Monday. If the Woodlawn Cardinals can get past the sectional tomorrow, we'll have Woodlawn Cardinals baseball coming up for you at the super sectional at Rentwan Park on Monday at 6 o'clock. So stay tuned to WMIX for all the details as we look to bring you Woodlawn Cardinals baseball, assuming that they win. Actually, no, the Rams are not regional champions yet. I'm a moron. They still have to play tomorrow at 11 o'clock versus the Centralia Orphans. So my apologies to the Orphans. That is far from signed, sealed, and delivered yet. Wow. Somebody, without Jeff here to hold me back and reel me back in, I make some mistakes, and the Rams, my fault, are not regional champions yet. They have to beat Centralia tomorrow. My apologies to the Orphans. My apologies to those of you listening. The Rams do win the regional semifinal against the Terriers and play the Orphans tomorrow at 11 o'clock. So we will have that game for you tomorrow at 11 here on AM 940 and online at mywithersradio.com. Chances are you're paying too much for auto insurance. Discounts await at Bean Insurance Agency. You won't know how much you can possibly save until you give them a call. Bean Insurance, 242-6017. That's 242-6017. Pardon my idiocy, just a little excited about a Lady Rams Regional Championship. We'll tell you more about it coming up with the Community First Bank of the Heartland player of the game. This is Lady Rams Softball, 3-0 your final on WMIX.
Rams letter jackets, All Stars and Stitches. Rams cheerleading jackets, All Stars and Stitches. Rams hoodies, All Stars and Stitches. Rams t-shirts, All Stars and Stitches. Rams car stickers, All Stars and Stitches. Rams yard signs, All Stars and Stitches. Rams apparel, All Stars and Stitches. Anything Mount Vernon Rams, All Stars and Stitches.
Okay, I get it. I can get anything Mount Vernon Rams at All Stars and Stitches. But where in the world is All Stars and Stitches?
All Stars and Stitches. We're located in Benton, half a block from the Benton High School. Our phone number is 618-435-5555. Give us a call.
Sometimes life goes by so quickly we don't stop and reflect on how important friendships are in our lives. At Community First Bank, we believe that creating relationships and friendships helps us in becoming the type of bank you need. Whether you're looking for personal banking needs for your farm operation, or to assist with your business need, Community First is ready to help you. Stop by and let us help you, just like friends do. Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, and Ina. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Lady Rams Softball on WMIX. Time now for the Community First Bank of the Heartland Player of the Game.
And welcome back to Lady Rams Softball, your Bean Insurance post-game show. Time now for your Community First Bank of the Heartland Player of the Game. Lady Rams win their second regional in 3 years, defeating the Marion Wildcats by a score of 3-0. Your Player of the Game is Kinsey Tate. Kinsey goes 1 for 2 today with 2 runs batted in, and then wins the game in the circle, throwing 12 strikeouts. So Kinsey Tate is your Community First Bank of the Heartland Player of the Game. Of course, great traditions aren't given. They're earned through hard work and commitment. That's just what we believe in. Community First Bank of the Heartland, proud sponsors of the Rams, a great tradition. So 2 regional championships in 3 years for the Lady Rams. They will play the winner of the Waterloo Regional on Wednesday at 4:30. We will have that game for you on AM 940. Again, the Rams have a little bit more work to do. They're on the air tomorrow at 11, 10:45 pregame from Marion as they take on the Centralia Orphans for the regional crown at Marion tomorrow. Let's see what else do we have for you. Saturday Sports Show coming your way tomorrow, 8:08 until 10 o'clock. We have Dan Mings on. We'll talk about his adventures into Johnson City and leaving Mount Vernon. We'll also talk to Mike Carrer, head coach of the Woodlawn Cardinals baseball team, and their effort to win a sectional tomorrow. If they win a sectional, they're on the air Monday night with the Super Sectional down at Marion. So plenty of baseball and softball coming your way, depending upon what all happens. We'll try to catch up with Owen Allen of the SI Speed. That'll be about 9 o'clock tomorrow, 9-ish. We have a pretty action-packed show coming your way tomorrow right here on WMIX-AM 940 and mywithersradio.com. For myself and for Alex Frisbee back at the studio, we salute the Mount Vernon Lady Rams, 3-0 winners over the Marion Wildcats in this regional championship game. Again, back on the air with Lady Rams softball on Wednesday at 4:30. They play the winner of the Waterloo Regional and see if they can get further than they have in quite some time. So that does it for us for now. Tune in to the Saturday Sports Show tomorrow. For everyone with us broadcasting, thank you for listening to Lady Rams softball. This is Chris Hugo. Good night from Carbondale.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Lady Rams Softball on WMIX and online at mywithersradio.com. Lady Rams Softball has been presented by the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams, Banterra Bank. Banking with local style. The Mount Vernon Lady Rams on WMIX are also sponsored in part by Ford Square and King City Chrysler Center of Mount Vernon. You can count on us. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to personal banking. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. J&H Repair. Second Chance Auto. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Alan Wiggers, your shelter insurance agent. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. All Stars and Stitches. Bean Insurance. Central Christian Church, CWI of Illinois, All-Star Flooring, Skelton's Furniture and More, and People's National Bank. Your home for news, talk, sports, and great memories. WMIX, the 2010 Illinois Broadcasters Association Silver Dome Award winner for Best Sports Play-by-Play.